Hey guys, welcome to another training here from my house. Again, we're still in isolation due to this damn coronavirus, so we're just gonna keep practicing from home. Just keep doing the drills I showed you. We talked about the stance, we talked about the basic punch, we talked about the multiple punch, different levels. We talked about a basic one-hand block. We talked about a block and a hit. Now, as I told you, we just did a lot of the blocks and the hit without any body move. The proper way of doing that is got a bit of hip move. So we're gonna go through the first drill training sessions, how you start moving around. I'm really gonna break it down. We don't do it that way in the actual application, but this is the step by step so you guys can see how it works. So whenever you're standing here, this is just the exercise for body move. When you come to this stance, with your guards up in here, look, if you look at my feet, when I wanna go, look, here, here. Most of my weight's here. Not leaning forward, I'm not going back with the legs straight. Some people, they do it fine if you can pull it off good. I don't like it because if the knee straight, somebody hits you, they're gonna break your knee. That's why I usually like to put a bit of bend to it. But most of my weight's here, I'm not leaning forward. When I wanna move the other way, look, this leg comes here, slowly this one goes. Hand changes, here. And when I'm changing, look, my guard is not gonna be this way. I'm still facing my opponent here. This exercise is good once you learn this. Even forget the hands. Look at my feet, slowly. Then once we do it faster, you guys think it's happening at the same time, which is not. Actually, this one moves a bit quicker first, but over the years, a lot of people, they think they're the same time, you know, but it's always this way. This is a good exercise because in Wing Chun, if you know, we're trying to do a lot of attacks, a lot of the drills from a blind side, which is good. If opponent's in front of me, imagine two fists right in front of me. A lot of times the fight in the streets, you're gonna end up in the middle. Nature of the beast, you can't help it. Our main practice is we wanna go around somehow, because if I come to the blind side, both weapons are out. I've got a much better chance of finishing my opponent. Even in my videos, I always told you fights happens from the middle. Put your training in the middle because that's the reality. But again, Wing Chun teaches us if you do it good enough long, you should be able to come outside. A lot of the masters, you watch their videos, mainly they emphasize Wing Chun from outside attacks because it is good. It's supposed to be that way. It's good to practice it both ways. For this drill, as I said, it's only the movement. Stay in these positions, sideways, sideways. You learn this, it's gonna help you later on a lot with your forms. One way you can practice, see if your body weight is good when you go here, here, this leg should be light. You should be able to lift it up without doing a lot of body move. If I'm leaning forward, I can't do it. If I'm leaning too back, with the slightest wind blow, I'm gonna lose my balance. So always you can test yourself here. And when I do this, watch. I'm not standing to the side, I'm still facing my opponent, okay? Basically my hip is moving out of the way. Do this training, hours and hours, because later on it's gonna come in a whole lot handy. And during my next video, I'm gonna show you how we're gonna do the hip move. At the same time, we're gonna go ahead and bring the punches and the blocks to it, because that's when the hip comes in handy. Anyhow, keep practicing that till I see you next time. Thanks.